Hey everyone, I'm Melanie from Streamlined Legal, where we help law firms get the most out of their practice management software. Tonight we're talking about your signatures in Clio Grow, and some of you have made a bit of a mess. I'm sure it wasn't on purpose, of course, but I want to show you how to clean that up because, of course, when we're sending out emails through Clio Grow to our potential clients, we want to make the best impression possible. So let's go ahead and make sure that those emails don't make us look like a hot mess. So let's jump on over to our Clio screen here. And when we do that, I want to make sure that everyone knows about the signature that we're able to create within Grow. So if we go into our Grow account and then the lower left, we've got this settings button that I'll click on. And when we do that and we click on email and calendar, at the very top here, it allows us to create an email signature. And so if I click on edit email signature, it's got this little text box here where I can start editing things, make them bold, make them different colors, that kind of thing. Of course, if you want to be consistent, I love making my Grow signature match my email signature, right, in my email program, because then they can't distinguish where it came from, right? And additionally, of course, if I have, let me go ahead and save this. If I have my email integrated with Clio Grow, then of course these emails are coming from my email address, so they doubly can't tell where it's coming from, right? And so that's the great thing about using the signature and using this integration. But let's talk about where it's getting a little bit messy, right? Some people like to add in their email signature, maybe they're going to add their, let's see, their sign off. So maybe we say sincerely, right? And when I do that, I'm going to go ahead and save my signature, right? But a lot of times when I'm writing emails out of Clio Grow, I'm doing that because I'm using some of these templates that they have. So if we click on communication templates in our settings, we can see the different communication templates that they have, the email templates. And specifically, I'm going to go ahead and edit this drip one. If I edit this email template, it allows us to use a sign off, right? And so, of course, in my emails, I like to say sincerely. I'll go ahead and put my first name there, and I'm going to go ahead and save that template. Well, let's go see what happens when I have both the email signature and with the sign off, the sincerely in the email signature, and the template where I put, because it has a field for it, I put the sign off here as well. And so what happens, I'll show you exactly what happens when we go to our Diana demo who's getting a divorce here. We're going to come here and we're going to go ahead and prepare an email to go out to her. We're going to use that drip number one template that we just set up. And you can see what happens is because I filled in the sign off on the template, it's creating the sincerely, and then I put first name, so Melanie. But then of course I've got a sign off in my signature as well. And so when this email goes out, and in fact, we can see exactly what it looks like when the client gets it, because I'm going to go ahead and send that email out. And then we have the client's inbox over here. When they get that email, it's going to have the same thing, right? The double sincerely, which kind of makes this look like a hot mess. And so instead, what I want you to do is there's a couple of options here. If you want to just leave that sign off of your email signature, leave it off of the signature. Let's go see what that looks like. So we go to settings, we go to email, we edit our signature, and we take off the sincerely, okay? And so that way it won't be there clogging up the works, if you will. We'll come back to our communication templates. We'll go to drip one, we'll edit that and see that the sign off is right there, right? Now, if you're happy with that, that's great. So let's go ahead and save that. Now the sign off is going to be in all of my templates, right? Now, when I go to send my email to Diana, let's try that one more time here. I'm going to send drip one to Diana. It's got sincerely because of the sign off in the template. And it's also got my first name and then it's got my signature, right? If I don't mind the double Melanies, right? I'm okay with that. I think it looks fine. That's great, right? But let's say I don't even want Melanie to show up, right? Because I really like how it's printed down here. I think it looks nicer. I'm just going to use sincerely, okay? That's fine. In which case I can go ahead and go back to settings to my communication templates, and I can take that drip one template and I can take out the user first name. I can just say no name. Okay. And if I say that, now when I go to try and send that again, let's look at what it looks like this time. This time it's going to have the sincerely, of course, but it's not going to have my name twice, right? And maybe I like the way that looks better. Totally fine. Now, here's the trick though. This sincerely sign off in your email templates is a required field. So that means that when I'm creating my templates, I have to put something in that field, right? I cannot leave it blank or else it will stop me, right? But of course, again, if I have my sign off in my signature, then I don't need it in my template, right? So what we could also do, if we want to hack the system here, just enter a space, save that. And when we do that, now it's not going to have a sign off on the template, and I can use the sign off in my signature if I want, or if I'm happy without a sign off, I can do that too. Okay, so there are a couple of different options. I just want you to be able to understand where these signatures are coming from so that you can feel more comfortable in editing them to look the way that you want, right? So again, this is the version where we do not have a sign off. I just entered a space. I did not have a name there in the template. It just said no name in the template. And my signature is right there at the bottom of the email. Okay. So that's what happens if you see double signatures on your Grow emails, especially your templated emails. That's what's happening, right? You probably have a sign off both in the template and in your signature. So go ahead and delete one or the other so that it doesn't look ridiculous. And then that way your emails will look that much more formal or that much more organized, and you'll make a better impression on those potential clients. If you want more tips like that, you should join us on our weekly solution calls. Our weekly solution sessions in Streamlined Legal Plus are where you can get more tips just like this to make the most out of Clio. Thanks so much for joining me tonight. Have a great evening.